guide you. What your mouth don't say, baby, your thighs do. I want us to arrive together. I love it when the weather is wet and sticky. Some depict me as being conscious. Yeah, I use my head. It was you that fed my appetite for seduction. Biting and cussing, making love and touching when no one has ever touched before. The heat got you open like an oven door because of your innocence. Even more you'll remember this hardcore gentleness. Before you wasn't into this, on the ride your freak became limitless. Holding on to the night and me tight as we write on the walls. A story called Go. You do it like you believe it. Able to give and receive it with openness. Emotions just spill. I'm giving you something that you can feel. It's hard to stay still. Rubbing your desires up against mine. I feel you shaking. I'm thinking that it's time. My fingers on the hook of your neck. Deep in your eyes is a look of respect. Soft and wet brown sugar mixed with cinnamon. Said you learning to trust men again, but this is love, made unselfish, made for you to feel empowered at the same time helpless. You dealt with a lot in your screams and moans. There's something about you.
Hello, beautiful people. I'm about to change the sorry. Actually, I don't know. Let me actually lower this because I never know what the setting is for the desktop audio, if it is overpowering to me or if it's just the right amount. But yeah, we are gonna start the stream with Comments Memoir. We are gonna continue it. Hey Nina, how are you? It's really late for you over there. I didn't think anyone from the UK would be up, but yeah, we got the memoir here. I'm gonna do a little reading from it before I start my set. Today's vibe is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna try to do like a more radio style for the day. Hey, thank you for the host. So I will do very minimal mixing, but I'm playing all songs from 70s and 80s soft rock bands. I don't even know how to describe them, but there's a lot of tunes here from the Bee Gees, Air Supply, ABBA, those types of bands. So we're definitely going to be getting into that today, just so we could embrace the songs that once were, you know what I mean? Just find midnight, but it's the weekend. Hey, yes, it is the weekend, so no work tomorrow. That being said, I just felt like these songs needed to be appreciated, okay? And that's why I'm doing it radio style, so we can hear the entire song, listen to the production. I might do a little breakdown for some of them, but for the most part, just appreciating the music for what it is. Yeah. Sorry, is the music louder than me? I can't really tell, to be honest. But I'm gonna switch cameras so I can move my computer. Down. And then I can sit down and read, so I'm not hurting my back for the duration of this reading part. All right, here we go. Taking y'all behind the scenes. It's because of this. It's because of the wire. Wire got stuck. All right, let me sit down on my stool. There we go. Yes. I gotta put my mic. I'm gonna put my mic on my controller so it has somewhere to sit. So it has a little thing here. I feel really weird for having my hair down. Just as you said that, Josh, I'm like, I need to tie it. It's like too in my face. I don't like wearing my hair up right away because I just washed it, and whenever I tie it, it gets oily faster. So I always tie it up. I'll just leave it here. I look really weird with my hair down. Oh my gosh, something fell. My cat is really doing the most. She just broke her food bowl in half. Why are there 7 people here? I haven't even done anything yet. Okay, now I can tie my hair properly. Hey, DJ IMB, how are you? Put your hair back down. You know how Kai has the 10K channel points to put his hair down? I should have that too. But you know what? Just for y'all, one time for the culture. Ugh, I feel weird. Ew. I look like I'm going to school. Oh, that is tragic. And I'm finally awake. Yeah, those tacos hit you, Mike L. Alright, so today we are reading from Let Love Have the Last Word by Com. This is his memoir. We started the intro and the first couple, we did a couple passages from the first chapter. Sorry, that's my sister singing in the background. You look professional. Okay, so we're just gonna continue this. Yeah, this is a fun little interesting portion of my stream. So I was thinking of doing this for the end. Sorry, I'm literally talking so much right now, but if I was to do this at the end of my stream, I feel like people would leave, so that's why I'm doing it at the beginning. And if people want to just come back in 10 minutes, that's fine too. Alright, here we go. To me, heroes appear as though they move with a singular focus and laser-sharp dedication, with a goal or a new world in mind. Something that is not easily attainable, but is possible, so long as you resolve to pursue it. Sorry guys, is my mic low? I'll make it higher a little bit. So I can't tell from here. Sorry. Is this okay? Whoa! TDB2, thank you for the gifted sub. And thank you, Nina. My roots are so bad, but yeah, my hair is alright. It's usually different colors. Alright, now we're back to this. All of my heroes love themselves differently, and they each found their path in life, and I've become more familiar with the lives of my heroes. I had my ideas in mind, for example, of how Dr. King was a man of the people and of the pulpit. But since my work on the film Selma, I have a greater appreciation for him, even though the movie that showed that Dr. King had flaws, which was vital for us to see. A man routinely mythologized for his work and his deeds was still human, imperfect and hurtful to those who loved him the most, engaged in a constant back and forth recalibration of his life to achieve and manifest his greatest dreams and hopes, all while sometimes failing to maintain that balance. I can relate. I'm proud of the work I've done throughout my career, and I give back whenever I can, in time, in money, and in effort. And yet, my daughter, Omoye, questioned my love for her, questioned whether or not I fight to be present in her life, make the effort to be there as often as I can, and more so in her world. I felt guilty at times. I love my daughter, but in the pursuit of a career, greatness, in part to provide for her and my family in general, I've hurt her with my lack of presence, my lack of fight. I don't know if I am her hero or one of them, but I know I always wanted to be one for her. A part of being a hero means having to carry the weight and to get back up when you fall. Acknowledge who you are, then with resolution, pursue your higher self. That ideal and perfect vision of yourself reflecting God's light, knowing that you will fail over and over again, but you pursue anyway. You live your life the best way you can, but the important thing is to live and to do it with love. I don't want to be worshipped like a hero. No one has to point at me and say, that's a hero right there. But I do look to other people I identify as heroes. Maybe a role model is a more appropriate label for them, because I understand that while I must do that all that I can on my own terms to get from point A to point B in this world, there are those people who have done it before me, who did it better, who are still doing it. What I said about love applies to anything, everything. I know nothing and everything. So that's the end of the first chapter. I mean, we did do the first half in the last stream, so I think I can read a little bit more from the second chapter. But let me just go back and speak on what he said. Like, imagine doing everything in your power to, you know, be on the come up and all that stuff, and your own daughter is like questioning whether or not you actually love her. Like, I find that so sad. Sorry, I'm just looking at the my battery. I should like unplug my computer. And I feel like that's relatable to a lot of people who had immigrant parents like myself. Like, my parents came here in the 90s, not together, they met here. And then they had my sister and then me and my brother. And we like grew up in a developing neighborhood. Like, we didn't have, you know, like, we didn't live in the house that we live in now. And it was like a struggle growing up, but because we were so young and we didn't really understand like hard work and like why things were the way that they were, which obviously that comes with time and experiences, right? But at the time, and you know, me and Mike L were actually just talking about this last night, how, you know, growing up and you have like fried bologna sandwiches with the mayonnaise, and that was your lunch, you know, and you would see, I mean, now I'm gonna speak from my personal experience. Like, I would see people with like, they would have snacks upon snacks and a full lunch, you know, and that was like, I like questioned, I'm like, why do I keep getting these like sandwiches that I don't even like to eat, dry as heck, you know, the bread is sticking to the roof of your mouth. I'm sure everyone's felt this before. But you know, they did what they did to provide a better life for us in the future, which is now. And I mean, I physically saw my parents come up. It wasn't an instantaneous thing, you know. My grandparents practically raised me and my siblings because, you know, my parents were always at work. So my grandparents were at home with us, and they raised me and my siblings. That's why, I mean, me and my sister can understand and speak Tagalog. Whereas my brother, he doesn't really, because by the time we were, like, me and my sister were in school and stuff. Sorry, let me lower this down a bit. We were in school and speaking English already, so he knows, like, the least amount of Tagalog. But anyway, that's, like, besides the point. I'm just, like, getting into tangents. I feel like I don't even know what generation I would consider myself a part of, because I'm kind of on the cusp in between, like, being a 90s baby. Well, I am a 90s baby because I was born in the 90s, but then I'm also, like, kind of part of Gen Z. So I see, like, obviously the pros and cons and stuff of being a part of either generation. And what kids don't understand now is that they're super spoiled. Like I didn't even have a phone until I was 18 or 19. I can't even remember, but I wasn't allowed to have a phone until I was, you know, until I had the means to pay for one and to pay for a plan, you know. So that was when I had a more stable retail job, whatever. Yeah, I'm definitely still a baby, 100%. I know I'm young, and I'm not, like, trying to crap on the younger generation. But I do have a lot of older cousins who I grew up with, and they kind of made me see at a young age like why things were the way that they were. And I feel like the people, like the kids now, like they don't get that. Like they don't get hard work. They don't know what it is to, and I can't speak for everyone, but like from majority and like from my own personal observations, like a lot of these kids now, like they have things handed to them and they don't know how to work for like what they have because it was just given to them. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with spoiling your kids, like go ahead, but the generational gap is so different, and like I'm just like in that in between of I get what the older generation is saying, and then I also kind of like see what the younger generation is going through as well. I don't know, sorry, I'm kind of going on a tangent here. This is not even relevant to the book now, but I definitely get what Common is saying. So now to relate back to the book, I can see what Common says about how he's like shocked that his daughter, asked him like, do you even love me? Like, do you even want to spend time with me? You're always on roads. And I mean, I didn't understand that for a long time.
Why didn't you listen to me?
Thank you. Hey, Great Dane, what's good, man? We're just reading from Common's memoir, and I'm kind of going on a tangent as well. This is kind of like podcasty radio style right now. I don't know. Y'all can ask me questions. I just feel like we need to be a little bit more personal on this platform. Like, yeah, it's cool to go to each other's streams and like support each other on like when people are DJing, but like when we had the table talk with Kaya and Foffins on Tuesday, that was amazing. Like just having that human interaction, that connection, you get to know the DJ a little bit more, and I feel like that's kind of vital. Like I would want to know like who I'm supporting on a more personal level. So I'm trying to give that now. There's not many people in here, but I appreciate all of you guys for being here and, rocking out with me. But yeah, like I would love to do stuff like that. Muggsy, Kai, Nina, like it was awesome. Like it was really fun, and I think that more DJs should do that and just connect with each other by talking and not just through music, because the soul, like we're all humans at the end of the day. We make mistakes. We're just people trying to be people. That's all I can say. But yeah, so I can continue a little bit from the second chapter, and then we can continue on my tangent or whatever, music, any of that. This is the first episode. Yo, this is low-key my podcast. Wow. This is the first episode of Funny Uncle Energy. Yes, Nina, don't worry. I got it saved in my phone. There's an alarm, calendar, notification, and everything. We good. Guys, I say a lot. I say like a lot too. So trying to get over my public speaking fear. But it's really fun hanging out with you guys. I really do enjoy sharing my experiences with people because I know that a lot of people can relate. So I want people's stories to be heard, Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. And I stutter a lot too. So yeah, let's go back to the reading, and then we could discuss a little bit more or whatever. DJ Muggsy said, what fear? I'm really bad with public speaking. Oh god. I almost passed out in like 8th grade doing speeches in that speeches unit in English class. It was not a fun time. Okay, now back to chapter 2. Oh, also he starts each chapter with a quote, which is really nice. So this quote is from Khalil Gibran, the prophet, and the quote is, "Work is love made visible," and I totally back that 100%. You're a natural. Thank you. Thank you. My mother and late father gave me the name Rashid, but I named myself Common. Well, common sense, but that's a whole other story. Back in 1992, and created a persona a division, a separation between Rashid and the entertainer, although Common is authentically Rashid. Common was born from a love of hip-hop, an art form that paved for me a path toward a freedom I had dreamed about since I was a little boy in the south side of Chicago. There, I watched Michael Jackson moonwalk across the television screen, and as a ball boy for the Chicago Bulls, I saw firsthand how Michael Jordan soared to the rim. Later, I started to rap and listened closely to Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, wanting to be a dope MC like them. I wanted to impress my friends with my music, my boys from Chicago who loved hip-hop just as much as me, who saw in a genre of value that, ironically enough, could hardly be put into words. Hip-hop was the space where I could unleash my voice, speak my truth in a way that felt fresh and relevant. I loved hip-hop. I knew it from the beginning. Same here. It's not fear, it's more belief. You are natural. Yo, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. It is totally a belief. Yeah, there's something that someone said that, like, something along the lines of that, but it'll come back to me. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, someone said fear is a choice? Is that right? Oh, yes, danger is real, but fear is a choice. And that is 100% true. Fear is totally a choice. Like, I used to be scared of heights. Well, I'm still kind of scared of heights, but I will still ride a roller coaster because adrenaline also. Anyway, back to this. I cannot stay on track. Okay, here it goes. I loved hip-hop. I knew it from the beginning. I haven't stopped moving to the music since, even as the sounds have changed, as have the new MCs and me. I'm an actor now. I'm also a philanthropist, a public speaker, and activist. I produce television shows, I'm a spokesperson for brands, and I'm still a son, a father, a friend, a man of God, but not a husband. It's human nature to feel the absence of things, the lack, more than the bounties, the presence of people and blessings, the very present itself. I wake up early each morning around 5 or 6, and the first thing I do is meditate. Maybe it is more like a silent prayer, because in these moments I feel especially close to God. And sometimes I might pray for clarity in regard to a problem. An issue with, 1 second, guys. And sometimes I might pray for clarity in regard to a problem, an issue with a moye or something selfish, like wanting an opportunity to play a role I desire after reading some script. As the sun rises over the hills in Los Angeles. Sitting quietly, I try to enter a space, something like the creative flow of freestyling, where I come up with a verse on the spot, in the moment. Freestyling is to rap in the present. Similarly, my meditative space brings me back to the present, where love exists. Love is a verb. I've heard throughout the years, not a noun. To love someone is to take action, to do something in love's name. Love is also a choice. Love is a verb, but love is also a choice. Love counts most in the present moment. Each of our actions has its own past and its own future, and we have the ability to reflect both backward and forward in time. Not that we always remember as the past as a moment that really happened, and no one can predict the future, but in our everyday experience, this is how our minds and hearts work. Over and over, we move forward in hopes of a brighter oncoming day, all while carrying shame about a thing that happened yesterday or 20 years ago. Nevertheless, in love, the present matters. There is always an opportunity to learn and experience something new, to expose ourselves to wisdom by recognizing the humanity in others, to see through their eyes our one world. In this way, with love, we enter an empathetic space as if it were a portal to a whole new world. Love provides an opportunity for us to connect on a higher plane, to our higher selves. I truly believe there is in each of us a true version of ourselves. I try to attain this higher version of myself through prayer and meditation, through spirituality and belief, and the belief in us, in myself. I try to get out of my own way. I try to push aside my ego to learn something about the world, about my life, something real and true, something sincere and beyond the surface. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because I think that was a solid passage. There was a lot going on there. But yeah, I personally my relation to that passage is how much I have learned about myself in the past couple of years. You know, through relationships, through friendships, things that have changed, people come and go in life. And it's wild because, you know, there's some people that, like, they really say, that saying is so true when people say, like, oh, there's a reason and a season for each person in your life. And I totally believe that because, you know, sorry, I need to tie my hair up. It's getting annoying. One of my best friends from elementary, who's not my best friend anymore, I don't think she's gonna ever watch this, so I can just talk whatever I'm gonna talk about. But, you know, we were friends for 10 years, and I thought that she was my end-all be-all, my best friend till the end, you know? And with us being friends for that long, there's so much history that comes with that. There's so much love and emotions that are attached to those relationships, especially the ones that have the longevity, right? And and especially the loyalty, you know? And it was hard when we like broke up or whatever, like our friendship kind of ended. It wasn't anything crazy, like we didn't have any fight or anything like that. It was just, we just grew apart. And sometimes two people just do that, you know. I've seen it in relationships before. I've seen it in, whoa, DJ Freaky UK, thank you for the follow. You know, I've seen it,
oh, yes, the sleeping pills.
Especially in friendships, and it's crazy because you really think, like, you really think these people are gonna be here for you till the end. And there's nothing wrong with believing that, because I'm a lover first and foremost. So no matter what, at the end of the day, I'm gonna show people love, whether or not they're in my life. Does it make sense? Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm like, am I being grammatically correct? Oh, sweet. Freaky. Yes. DJ Nibbler is the GOAT. Nibbler is just putting people in my stream left and right. So shout out to Nibbler. Really appreciate you, Freaky, for being here. You know, we're just kind of doing a little TED Talk here. Just trying to relate to my peoples. Yeah, right, Muggsy? Like, and it really took me a while to kind of step back and look at the bigger picture. Like, for out of the 10 years that we were friends, how many years of that 10 were quality years that we actually had a solid relationship? Like, were we just staying friends because of how long we've been friends with each other, or were we staying friends because we genuinely had that love for each other? And I'm sure it was a little bit of both, but it's always one. I feel like it's always one more than the other. Like, I feel like you can have that loyalty and longevity with someone. Sorry. Friends or lovers? Oh, we're talking about friends. Right now we're just talking about friends. I can talk about the latter after. But I was talking about my best friend who we were friends for like 10 years, and then you know, we parted ways. I'm liking this talk. I'm liking this talk too. This is really cool. And thank you for audience participation. So that's great. Let me continue where I was at. Yeah, like, and sometimes I feel like a lot of the times, especially in those long relationships, unless both parties are like die hard for each other, it's always one always loves the other more. And in my case, I did really feel like I loved her more than she loved me, or I cared for her more than she cared for me. And maybe in her own way she cared for me, but at the same time, it's like I'm like, this is the scale, 0 to 100. I'm going to 90. You're only going to 10. You're barely going to 10. You're going like the 5. And I'm like dragging the weight to get that other 5% just so we can be at 100. And with that being said, like, my back hurt. that's all I could say. My back hurt from carrying the weight of the friendship. And it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm a grown up. I can make my own decisions. I can choose who I want to be friends with or not. And I'm not gonna get into the tea of things because we could save that for another day. We could have like a little tea time. You know, that could be a whole separate story because I have stories for days, guys. Like, I know I haven't lived long. I've only been alive for 25 years, but I have stories for days. So we can go off on a tangent on another day. But just to quickly summarize things up, like I communicated how I felt. You know, we out of the 10 years that we were friends, we never got in a fight once. And a lot of the times I felt like she was taking me for granted. I'm like, bro, like, but I love you. I love you so much. I'm not even gonna question it. I'm not even gonna be mad over it. Because at the end of the day, you are my best friend. Screw everything else. I'm still gonna love you no matter what. Because that's how I am. No matter how much hurt people have put me through, no matter how much like snakery or whatever, at the end of the day, choosing love is so much easier than holding hate in your heart. And people don't understand that. Like, people think that like holding a grudge is easy. It's not. It's work. Holding a grudge is effort. Holding a grudge is like, it's a waste of energy. And people don't get that. It's like, why are you wasting your energy hating or, you know, holding some type of anger, harboring that in your heart? Because the emotional affects the physical a lot. Like, you could be having a bad day and then your stomach will start hurting, you start getting a headache, you know, your joints start hurting out of nowhere. Like, the emotional physical connection, especially and mental as well, it's all you. That's all your body. Everything is connected. So I don't get why people... You're a good person with a heart of gold. Although we never met, I feel like I know you. I feel like I know you guys too. And I can't wait to hang out in the UK. I can't wait. Let me just take a sip of water. See, this is like... I feel like this is worthy of having my glass of wine and, you know, going on my tangent. But no, I'm speaking from the heart. This is all heart, yo. This is all heart and H2O as usual. So, you know, I confronted her and I'm like, hey, you know, at this point, it had been 7 months since I physically laid my eyes on her. Okay. I saw her in November 2019. 2019. No, November 2018 was the last time I physically laid my eyes on her. And then, you know, several months passed by. May 2019. Now we're in May 2019. Okay, pre-pandemic, all that stuff. So there's literally no excuse. Like, what? May 2019. I just hit her up and I'm like, hey. In my head, I'm like, bro, I'm tired of hitting you up every single like 2 weeks. Trying to ask you what you're up to, trying to ask you how you are, trying to hang out with you. This girl lives an 8-minute walk from my house. Okay, I pass her house a lot when I'm on roads. And it's like, what possible excuse can you have? Because at the time, I was working four or five jobs, okay? I was working at 4 different shops. I worked at home, I worked at 2 places in the city, and I worked at 1 place in my city, in my town. And on top of that, I had my side job, cleaning people's closets and houses. I did this whole thing to try to pay off my student loans. So I was working like 5 gigs that year. And I was busy, okay? And I was busy and I was still trying to hit her up, see her, because, you know, it had been many months. And I'm like, how... Like, I'm busy, you know? And she would be like, yeah, like, I'm just busy right now. Like, I can't really, like, chill, whatever. And it's like, how are you busy? Like, I'm busy. And you know what? This might be fighting words and this might be an unpopular opinion. But no one is ever too busy. Like, no one is ever too busy to sit down and talk with the person that they care about. My parents, I work all day. From the time that, you know, they're home, they're sitting next to each other on the couch watching Netflix. They're sitting in bed having a conversation about their day. You're never too busy for people that you care about. Like, that's just facts. She should at least offer an alternative. There was never that. There was never that. It was always, I'm too busy right now. I'm too busy to hang out right now. Yada yada. Just talking Gaza. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'll hit you up next week or the week after or whatever. And it just kept going on and on and on from November 2018 all the way to May, where 7 months has passed. I haven't seen you. Things feel a little sketch between us because it's like, at this point, it's like, are you avoiding me? I don't really know. So, of course, I was hurt. I was hurt by it, and, you know, it is what it is, but I wasn't gonna cry over it. I'm like, you know what? We're adults. We can hash this out. If you have an issue with me, you tell me now. If not, like, I'm gone. Because at this point, you are not being a friend to me. You're not, let alone being a best friend. You're not even being a decent human being to me. So, I'm like, all right, then. You said what you said. So, I said what I said. I was like, I just called her out. Me personally, I would try 3 times in a row before I would leave the ball in their court. Oh, I tried more than 3 times. I'm a little embarrassed, but not really, because I will always wear my heart on my sleeve. So I never regret I'll never regret the effort that I put into a relationship or friendship with someone, because I know at least I can say that I tried. But anyway, like, it was just tough on my mental, because it was like 10 years, man. Like, what? 10 years down the drain over text message. She wouldn't even see me in person to talk. So I said what I said. I was like, hey, like, you either see me today or, like, you're never gonna hear from me ever again. And that was the end of that. And I feel bad for, like, holding an ultimatum, but it's like, dude, 7 months and you live like 8 minutes. You live an 8 minutes walk. Sometimes you need to move on quicker. Yes. So at the end of the day, at least I made the effort. That's right. At least I put my heart on my sleeve. And if that person didn't want to accept that, then, like, that's fine, and I move on with my life. It was just tough, because I treated her like my sister, you know what I mean? Like, we welcomed her into our home. You know, she slept over a bunch of times. My parents loved her off. You know, she's friends with both my siblings. Like, she's been around. She was my first friend in elementary school. Like, I couldn't just let that, like, I was in denial for letting that go. And it was hard to kind of, like, move on from that, because that hurt more than, like, a breakup. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've been through 3 breakups, and it was hard. Like, I like cried over it. I never cried over losing someone relationship wise, not like death. It was really tough, and, you know, I wish her well no matter what she's doing. Like, I don't wish ill will on anyone, but yeah, it was tough, man. Yeah, that was that. And in the end of it all, she called me dramatic, and I had to just block her number and call it a day. Cause what? Yo, if someone's pouring their heart out to you and you call them dramatic, like, that definitely was a shot to the heart, and I knew I deserved better. I knew I was a good friend all those years, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, that was 2 years ago. I'm good now. Like, I don't really, like, I think about her from time to time, and, you know, I wish her well, but I know I deserve better. And to be honest, like, letting go of that friendship taught me a lot in terms of who values me, you know, because I do have a very, very supportive friend group that, like, we're not actually, no, that's weird because we're not a group. Like, I have individual friends because I don't really like hanging out in groups. That's like not my thing. So I have like, it's like me, like I'm like the center, and then there's like snowflake pieces or like branches. I'm trying to think of something that is like similar. I'm like a spider and they're the legs. Yeah, it is messed up. It is messed up. And it really opened my eyes and showed me, one, the true meaning of friendship, and two, or what my definition of true friendship is, and who exactly in my life is that true friend. And I know who it is now, so like, we good. Y'all know who you are. You may or may not be in this chat right now, but you grow from it, you know? The branches, you know, of like the snowflake, of like the center of the snowflake, and then everyone kind of just branches out. Do not waste your time on someone who will not waste their time on you. Or not. Okay, I feel like we should correct that phrase. Don't waste your time for someone who will not waste their time for you. Because wasting time on someone is like, it's not wasted time if it's on a person, but you could waste time for a person. I could like waste time and watch movies with someone. Right? That makes sense, right? Sometimes people cannot understand your level of maturity. They're the ones that find it harder to mature because you are trying to guide them. The comments. Wait. The comments. This comment right here. I wish I could highlight it, but I don't know how to do that. I know there's like there's so many extensions and stuff for streaming, but y'all need to help me with that. Anyway, that part. Sorry. That part, it's the freaking camera's backwards. So yeah, it was hard. And then, you know, not too long after I met my ex-partner, and then that was a whole other thing. But you know, we could save that tea could be saved for another day, because I don't even want to talk about that. Like, I'm good. I'm more hurt about the friendship, to be honest. So that was that, and yeah, now I'm just like living my life. DJing especially has helped me a lot in terms of like release, and I mean, I paint and do all other sorts of creative stuff. So I have multiple outlets, and I have friends that support me. So I find that very, very vital. Like, having a strong support system is so key, and some people don't get that. Definitely need a podcast. This is the podcast. This is the first episode of Funny Uncle Energy. And let me just tell like the little backstory of Funny Uncle Energy. The reason why I say that is because I feel like I exude a lot of Funny Uncle Energy. I love to make people laugh. I love to make myself laugh first and foremost. And it's just not the same. Like, saying like funny aunt energy is just not the same, because like, let's be real. Like, the uncles be fun. Like, the uncles be telling jokes. The uncles be the ones making everybody laugh. And that's why my podcast is called Funny Uncle Energy. This is the first episode. So shout out to y'all for being here for my first episode. I kind of didn't really expect things to pop off the way that they did, but I'm glad that, you know, it came out fluidly and naturally. Sorry, that wasn't even a word. Fluidly? I can't even speak English. DJ Muggsy, you have us now. Yes, I do. I'm so glad I met you guys, honestly. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here in terms of my podcast, and then we could move on to Funny Uncle Energy music. And it's gonna be radio style, so I will be doing minimal to no mixing. We're just gonna appreciate the vibes, listen to the song from start to finish, and yeah, we lit. You said you like painting art, nothing on your Instagram though. No, no, my DJing page is strictly DJing. I have like a different page for art, but it's not really, it's just for my portfolio. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see some of my stuff, I could totally do like a gallery thingy here. Like I could do like the photo capture, what is it, the window capture, and then show you guys my art. We can do that another time. Oh, okay, I do art as well. Sweet. What is your medium? Like, what do you like to do? I love abstract. That is like my first love. Can you guys hear my dogs? They're like barking so loud. And then I think last year I started doing pyrography. Oh, do you paint with do you do the matches, or do you use like the wood, the carver that like carves wood with the fire? Is that it? Is that what you're talking about? Want to do live painting? I want to. Not that. I want to paint this wall, cuz look at all the patches. I wanted to actually do a mural, but I don't know if people would come to that. Why not do art on Twitch as well? I use a hot iron tip. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like the thing that like carves the wood. Yeah, that's so dope. I love those. Those are awesome. But yeah, I thought about starting my like abstract mural on here, but I wasn't sure if people would come and watch that. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it on my spare time, and then bam, new background. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start this thing. I'm gonna put everything back to where they were. Thank you guys for being here. What the heck? This is lit. People do art on Twitch as well. Yeah, but they're like primarily artists. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. We're just gonna move this computer back. Put everything where they were. This is a little close to my face. Sweet, we are back. Back in the main spot. Let me actually lower my mic down. Yes, sir! Freaky UK! Guys, thank you for coming to the first episode of Funny Uncle Energy. Amazing energy exchange between the cat and I love you guys. That's all I can say. But yeah, let's just chill, enjoy the uncle vibes.
And time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladder of my life. Too late to say
love this song.
Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. Just another fragment to wander free. But losing everything is like the sun going down on me. I can't find the right romantic line.
First time you heard Elton John on Twitch? Yes. Sorry for that really bad transition. I'm had to fix up my monitor real quick.
Don't discard me just because you think I mean you harm. But these cuts I had, oh, they need love to help that heal. Don't let the sun go down on me. Don't let this although I search myself, it's always someone else I see.
Thank you for the host, Muggsy.
Here I am, playing with those memories again. And just when I thought time had set me free,
Mic check, mic check. Are my levels fine?
thoughts of you keep taunting
Yo, tune! Yes!
you. A feeling I never outgrew. Though each and every part of me has tried, only you can fill that space inside. So there's no sense pretending my heart it's not mending. Just when I thought I was over you, and just when I thought I could stand on my own, oh baby, those memories come crashing through, and I just can't.
Yo, my music knowledge comes from years of listening to everybody else. I didn't find this all on my own. Yeah, a lot of my music, my early music influences came from my grandfather. R.I.P. the GOAT. My grandpa, he passed away back in 2015. But I carry him I carry him with me everywhere I go, every single day. Sorry, I can't even speak English right now. But yeah, him, my dad, my sister gave me a lot of early R&B and hip hop. I get all from my older cousins. So yeah, just a matter of listening to what other people are listening to and expanding. I feel like you can't call yourself a music lover unless you love all types of music.
I thought I could stand on my own. Oh baby, those memories come crashing through, and I just can't go on without. It's just no good without. I started a joke which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. Oh no, I started to cry, which started the whole world laughing. Oh, if I'd only speak.
I feel like a lot of majority of the DJs on here are not gonna get it. Like, they're gonna come into my channel and be like, what is going on in here? But we're vibing because this is the funny Uncle Energy podcast.
Over my eyes.
Oh, I said it earlier. I'm born in the 90s.
Hurting my
I'm a 96, so I'm 25. I'm young old. I'm old to the kids, but I'm young to everybody else, and I know I'm young. Even though I look like I'm like 16, but it's fine.
oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, running my
I know I'm a baby. Yes, of course, these are the classics. We're playing nothing but classics on a Saturday night. Used to be house on Saturdays, but I moved my house sets to Wednesdays. So Saturday is reserved strictly for the podcast and this type of music. Great classics. I don't like to call them oldies because yes, they are old time-wise, but they're just older to us. Okay, I was born in the late 70s. These tunes I hear from my parents and aunties.
But on me, oh no, that the joke was on me. There was a time.
That is wild. 96. But when did you guys meet? Or did you start going out when you guys met?
When you found me, I was feeling like a cloud across the sun. I need to tell you how you light up every second of the day. But in the moonlight, you
Oh
just
my gosh, when is your anniversary?
on the bay. And I can't explain, but there's something about the way you look tonight takes my breath away. It's that feeling I get about you deep inside. And I can't describe, but there's something about the way you look tonight takes my breath away.
Hey, Virgil, what's good, man? Welcome, welcome.
With a smile, you pull the deepest secrets from my heart. In all honesty, I'm speechless and I don't know where to start. And I can't explain, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Oh, it takes my breath away. It's that feeling I get about you deep inside. And I can't describe, but it's something about the way you look tonight takes my breath away. The way you look tonight, the way you look tonight, the way you look
Wow, that's an easy way to remember his birthday. I love that.
Maybe I don't wanna know the reason why, but lately you don't talk to me, and darling, I can't see me in your eyes.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Hold you near,
6 pounds and 7 pounds and 6 ounces, but then born 06, 07, 08. That's so sick.
you leave and let this feeling die.
Dude, I do day, month, year too. I totally read that as July 6th.
And tomorrow, if I'm here without your love, you know I can't survive. Only my love can raise you high above it all. Throw it all away, our love, don't throw it all away, our love. Don't throw it all away, our love, don't throw it all away, our love.
Yeah, I use day, month, year. I also use 24-hour time.
We can take the darkness and make it for the light. Let your love go back to me. How can you leave and let this feeling die?
the stupidest story about why I use 24-hour time, but I'll save it for next week. But yeah, I've been using 24-hour time since I was like 8 years old. Yes, the Bee Gees rock. I love the Bee Gees. Waiting for my mini speaker to charge so I could have a monitor. Yeah, I didn't expect to be mixing this type of music because you can't really like, I mean, can you really do that with like these power ballads? Let me know, but I like listening to I want to listen to the whole song, and if y'all are cool with that, we're gonna do that today. My bad for that volume.
Jesus freeze out in the street, handing tickets out for gone, turning back, she just laughed.
Way that Serato analyzed these files, but it's not beat matching to where I feel like it should be beat matching. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out later. I just downloaded these like an hour ago. Yo, it totally does. It's doing that right now. Yeah. What the heck? That's crazy. I'm just taking that in. Like I'm hearing it. I'm using my ears and it's like, this sounds wrong. Like, this is not right.
Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my head.
Like, just take it in. Okay, so Tiny Dancer was on 75, and then I put I mean, that was as close as I could get it using my ears. Careless Whisper is on 73. I feel like if I put it at maybe 72, 72.5, it could maybe be better mixing into Tiny Dancer, but digitally it doesn't make sense. Like, digitally it's like, how are a 75 and a 73.3, like, I'm hearing it in my headphones and I'm like, okay, it's matched. I don't know. You know, it's weird. But yeah, what you said about the live instruments totally makes sense. Oh yeah, trust me, like, I think the first time I tried to mix on my old computer, there was a latency that I had to deal with, and I'm like, oh god, I have to use my ears, which I mean, I was using my ears, but then it wasn't like translating visually. So I'm like, okay, so now do I like not use my ears and I just look at the screen? It was so hectic, and I'm like, I never want to do this because I trust my ears. I don't trust what's on a screen, to be honest.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should've known, should've let the cheat and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Smile, an everlasting smile. Her smile can bring you near to me. Don't ever let me find you gone, 'cause that would bring a tear to me. This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, my love. Right now, there'll be no other time, and I can show you how, my love. Talk in everlasting words and dedicate them all to me. And I will give you all my life.
Dude, that's so cool.
I'm here if you should call.
I didn't have any DJ. Okay, let me ask this. You guys started at 16 and you are self-taught. But were you exposed to DJs at that age? Like, did you have DJ friends or DJ family members that kind of wanted, like that made you want to learn and teach yourself? Does that question make sense? I started mixing with cassettes. What the heck? That's so sick. How do you do that? This next song that I'm gonna be playing is the live version after this song is done, and it is my I don't know, man. It's probably like my second favorite from that live concert, which I'll probably end up playing both, but yeah, top tier.
It's only words, and words are all I have.
I was influenced by the radio, started in 86 when I was 16. House music was huge in Chicago then. Yeah, I think house music is still very huge in Chicago. But that's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, radio hosts and personalities and all that, all dope.
It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away.
Now we come to a magical moment in the whole proceeding.
And y'all gonna hear this live version from start to finish, cause this, amazing. I love this song, and I love how they performed it live. It just puts you in the feels. Great, just great music. Yo, that's crazy. I wish I had DJ friends here. That is so cool.
And this is all I know. And I wish just to live for all that I can give. The spark that makes the fire grow. And I will stand for my dream if I can. Symbol of my faith in who I am. But you are my only, and I will follow on the road that lies ahead. And I won't let my heart control my head. But you are my only. We don't say goodbye. We don't say goodbye. And I know what I've got to live. Immortality. I make my journey through eternity. I keep the memory of you and me inside. Fulfilling destiny is there within you. My storm will never end. My fate is on the wind.
I definitely gotta do my homework on Frankie Knuckles because I need more house in my life. I love house.
Don't say goodbye. We don't say goodbye. I'll make them all remember me. 'Cause I have found a dream that lasts for true. Every ounce of me must see it through. But you are my only. I'm sorry I don't have a one now to play. And over my heart I will find my way. I will make them give to me. Yeah.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna definitely put that on my homework list for this week. I have a lot of homework to do.
With all my love for you and what else we may do, we don't say goodbye.
That is pretty crazy.
So very much.
Rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, but it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far.
Yo, that's how you know that technology back in the day was made for longevity, and now like things break after like a year or two. It's crazy.
To take what is given you, so far gone on your own. But you can get along if you try to be strong, but you'll never be strong. 'Cause you're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, 'cause you know certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be live with you, live with you. There's a way. Everybody say
Yes, my friend, one of my friends who's a DJ on here also, he's not in the chat right now, but whenever he pops up again, I'll definitely send him you guys' way. Yeah, he still uses Scratch Live.
ain't got. Hey, baby, you don't know what it's like.
Freaky. That's jokes.
What it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. It's my parade. I see your face again. I know my friend man. You ain't got to be so glad. And I'm glad. So glad. I'm a man. Can't you see what I am? I live and I breathe for you. But what good does it do if I
Yes, he still uses Serato Scratch Live. Till this day, he does not use Pro. Crazy. He's crazy with the scratches. I want you guys to watch him. He is dope. I want to connect him with you guys. He's like really noob with Twitch. And I keep telling him, I'm like, bro, you just need to come on.
To love somebody the way I love you.
Yes, Virgil. Anyone who's in this chat knows that I'm playing nothing but classics. Also just wanted to point out that this stream, I hope that this stream makes my Lolo proud. That's all I can say. No way, was it epic? Yo, Phil Collins is a legend. What? Actually, all these people that I'm playing tonight, pure legends. Yeah, was he nice? I feel like he's nice. have a Genesis on vinyl. I have one of their albums on vinyl. Yo, Muggsy, that's so cool. That's so cool. Yo, Green Fantastic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I could check real quick because I don't have a lot of vinyl. I literally have like one crate worth. Wait, I need to rewind that part because that was like that part's legendary. Turntable. It's a single turntable, but it's literally just a record player. Like that's the only function it has. The best drum bit on any song. That's why I had to run that back. It's funny enough because the turntable that I have, the record player that I have, is Pioneer as well. And that was just, I feel like that was like manifestation, low key. I'm gonna go grab that record real quick to see which one I have.
If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? The words will never show the you I've come to know. If a face could launch 1,000 ships, then where am I to go? There's no one home but you. You're all that's left me to. And when my love for life is running dry, you come and pour yourself on me. If a man could be two places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today, beside you all the way. If the world should stop with all things spinning slowly down to die, I'd spend the end with you. And when the world was through, then one by one the stars would all go out. Then you and I would simply fly away.
was like, whoa, same chords. But I was hearing in my headphones.
I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home.
Good night, Muggsy.
And the lights all went down in Massachusetts the day I left her standing on her own, trying to hitch a ride to San Francisco. Gotta do
Hey, DJ Vanilla Rice, how are you? This guy said, "Oh, fool, I'm staying." We love to see it. Woo! This is the live version.
For your touch, lonely time, and time.
You know what? This is gonna be the last song because we're gonna go raid someone else and we're gonna let DJ Muggsy go to sleep and I'm gonna end the stream so he doesn't have to stay longer.
Are you still mine? I need your love.
Yo guys, I actually saw Air Supply live in concert in Niagara in 2019. Oh my god. One of the best shows that I ever been to in my life, and they still got it. They still got it, man. Yes. Oh my god. I was like in real tears. I went with my family. I went with my sister, my brother, my mom, and my dad. And it was a family affair, and it was the dopest show ever. It was so fun. And they're amazing. Still making music till today. Right?
I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I'm hunger for your love.
I wonder if I could show some clips from that concert, because we actually had pretty good seats and the video quality was fire. Yo, come on, man. Oh, so good, so good. As promised, this is my last song, so DJ Muggsy can go to sleep and I can get off and go eat something, because my parents called me like an hour ago. Anyway, wow, thank you guys for coming to my first episode of Funny Uncle Energy. This was super fun episode with my little podcast in the beginning and the reading turned into podcast, and then my uncle music, and yeah, fun times. I will see you guys tomorrow possibly. If not, if I don't see y'all tomorrow, I will definitely see you guys Monday, my regular time, 3:30 EST, 12:30 PST, and 6:30 GMT. Yes. Yes. I am so glad that you came here, Freaky. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you for your ears. I will see y'all. Oh, wait. No, we got to raid someone before I end it. Hold on. Let's see who's on. Is anyone on that we know? Any mutuals? Let's see. Let's see who's online. I never know. Guys, that was so fun. Come on, Twitch. Does anyone want to suggest anyone who is here? Anyone who's on? Is it me or I haven't earned any points? I got points. Muggsy got points. See? You didn't earn any channel points? That's so weird. Did anybody else have that issue? Okay, let's go to Givenchy. Because that's the whole me. Givenchy, the DJ. Alright, we are rating. Good night, Muggsy. Thank you for coming. Let's put that in there. Alright, we good. I will see y'all.